So there are two big things for me that I really enjoyed about Atlas Fallen and about Deck13. The first one about Deck13 itself is, of course, company culture. Working with QA is not easy, and being able to bring my dog, Soju, is a big help with that. Everybody just embraces QA, which is good because QA not always carries good news around. We usually carry problems, which people tend not to like, but having a dog for emotional support there is always good. The second big thing for me is when we get approval from first party. So when we officially went golden, that's almost like the bittersweet feeling when you're reading a really, really good book. You get to the last chapter and something great is coming, but it's almost the finish line. So you're almost there, but you just need a little bit more. And that was the big moment for me in Atlas Fallen. It's seeing the validation from Sony, from Microsoft, that you're there with your project. You're finally at the finish line. So it's really exciting and really amazing.
So my favorite part of the development of Atlas Fallen was actually the UI and UX rework. So I joined between the alpha and the beta of the game, and we had plenty of feedback from playtesters that they struggled getting into the game using our menus. So I got the opportunity to rework quite a lot. That includes the menus, inventory system, fast traveling, or even how enemies are approached. And it was, just really amazing to get that opportunity. Also, now that the game is released, I'm really happy to see how players interact now with the game, how they intuitively interact with our menus. It's just really nice to see, and I'm really looking forward to watch all the streams, all the videos that come out on YouTube. Just really hyped to see the community interact with our game.
Shortly after I started working here, we had to work on the Essence Stone effects. There's over 150 Essence Stones in the game, and some of them also have upgrades that needed unique effects. So it was a lot of work that we had to do in a pretty short time. And we sat together and really thought about how do we streamline our workflows so we can just work in the most efficient way possible and make as many effects as we can in the time we had. And I think it turned out really nice. One of my favorites, for example, is the Hurling Lance Essence Stone, which was, I think, the first one we finished, or at least the first one I played a major part in making, and so it kind of has a special place in my heart. Another one that has a special place in my heart is the Hurling Crystal Stone, is what it's called. Not only because I played a major part in making the effect, but also because while I was working on it, it was called the Sticky Stunning Boom Essence Stone, and I just think that's a stupidly funny name and I really like it. So now when you use the Essence Stones, you can look at them maybe in a different way and maybe appreciate them more. Please appreciate them more.
Yeah, what I'm really proud of in development of Atlas Fallen is having a DX12 backend along Vulkan renderer on PC, along all the other platforms that we support, and to be able to implement this for the first time. Like we never ship any game with more than one renderer API on PC. So this is something I'm really proud of. This is like a huge achievement for me and the tech team to be able to implement something like this in a time span of several months. In hindsight, thinking about it, this was not something that I would even imagine being able to pull off, and I definitely learned a lot of stuff, and I'm so happy to be able to work on this. And yeah, this was a huge achievement for me and for the tech team on a personal level and a team level.
What I liked most about the development was also a very scary part, and that was when we took a look at the awesome render trailer that was produced. And the render trailer showed how people are fighting and how they're surfing through the sands, and they showed the whole level. And we sat together with all the directors, and we thought, okay, this trailer is really awesome, but does it really reflect the game? And we said, well, the game is still a bit all over the place, and we need to refine it a little bit. And we looked at the trailer and we said, actually, the trailer is better at showing the game than we are currently. So we took the essence of the trailer because we said, this is what the game should be. And we tried to improve everything to match more the trailer. So that we said, when people see the trailer and then they play the game, they're not disappointed. They find the stuff in there. And the cool thing is that we really did it. So every team went back and took a look at, say, do more sand magic, do more the essence of the fighting of the world. And that in the end worked out. And that was for me really cool. So we had someone externally looking at our game saying, this is what we think the game is. And then we looked at that back and said, yes, you are right. We should be more like that. And it was super interesting. And it was really, really cool that people embraced it. And I think the game got a little bit better because of this awesome trailer.
One of my favorite things, if not the favorite thing, but also I'm quite biased, is the sand surfing in the game. I really think that there's a really nice flow to it. And one of my favorite moments when I test the game or play the game is I try to find a nice slope to have like a nice line and just like enjoy the flow. And there's a perk in the game called Sand Glider where you get a speed boost when you sand surf over a plant. And there are several areas in the game where you can really find basically stretches of plants, and you can find a line where you go really fast and you can travel very quickly, and it's just extremely rewarding and very juicy. Something I'm also very proud of and I worked extensively on is the weapon moveset. So basically we went on with fluidity of movement from the ground up as a design intention. When you have the 2 weapons equipped out of the 3, there really is a continuity of movement, and when you attack and you pass on the other weapons, there are weapon switch attacks that really act as a transition between 2 weapons, and they really are complementary because every weapon has its pros and cons. Basically, it makes the combat with weapons enjoyable by itself, and the Essence Stones only add up to the fun.
I joined Deck13 at a special time. Corona was all over the place. I joined at in November. The actually first point where I actually can meet people in person was the Christmas party, but because of Corona, it was cancelled. Almost a year later, I had the first time actually when I could see the people in person, and it was very special and not and kind of normal at the same time. Of course, we know each other, we know what we are doing and so on, but yeah, we never meet in person, which was super nice to meet everyone, to just have also casual talks, have the normal coffee break in between, and also see the office actually the first time. And this was very special to me as a 100% home office guy. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about my favorite moment during the development of Atlas Fallen. So for me, it was seeing my name in the credits, because I have to mention that this is the first time I'm working at a video game company. It's my first gig. I'm a little baby in the industry, and that's why seeing the name and listening to the music, the credits roll, I'm in there, was very special for me. It was the I made it moment, so to say. Might sound a bit egocentric, but let's just take it. Even better was that I'm not doing it alone. Of course, there was a big team working on Atlas Fallen, which is amazing, and I'm very, very proud of everyone. But there was one name in the credits who's not part of the team per se. It's a high school friend of mine. His name is Leon, and he's the only high school friend who really understood what it meant for me to get into this industry. And I snuck him in as a playtester when we had internal playtests. So he's also part of the credits, and we are in there together, and that's just amazing. Shout out to Leon, you're the man. And yeah, I'm happy that we made it.
So I think some of my favorite moments from the game would be the comedic storylines that we have in the game. So I will share one of my favorite, which is related to this character called the Thief. If you don't know the Thief, we encounter the Thief very early on in the game as part of the main quest, where you were sent out of the beginning camp at the early stage of the game, and you need to find this thief because he stole something. But that will not be the last time we see of the thief. As you progress the story, you will actually be able to find the thief again in various other locations in the future levels. And what I find really hilarious is that every time you find the thief, he would have somehow gotten himself arrested for some reason. There will be an option for you to help the thief, or you can just choose to ignore the quest and just not accept the quest. Yeah, what I find really cool about this entire thing as well, that I think makes it better, is that there's just no evidence that you can find that proves whether the thief is truly guilty or if he's just a really unlucky guy.
So my high point of the development of Atlas Fallen was actually at the end of the development. So when everything was being wrapped up, I was told, yeah, we need a B-side cover. for the other side of our package. And you're free to do whatever you want. Do a cool artwork, you're good to go. And I felt like, yeah, what I want to do is put everything I felt during development into one image. So what was our game about? What did I feel? And I felt like, yeah, it's about energy, it's about movement, it's about color and contrast. And when I'm free to do whatever I want, I now go all in and say, yeah, let's go with American comic style, make it bold, make it colorful, give it energy. And what happened at the end was this. So this is our B-side cover and also our promo artwork. And this is what the game is all about for myself. It's about having this energy, having the superhero against the villain, which is not my villain, also not my hero. So these are from our concept artists, David and Martin. But I was allowed to use them and put them into this image. This is what I felt after development was wrapping up. It's about the energy, about the movement, about contrast, good and evil. And yeah, this is us, this is me, this is our game. And here we are.